Hello, 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 hello. Hope everybody's doing well. As you can tell, I finally shaved. Maybe not as well as I usually do. And I did find out talking with my friend this morning, our co-host of my wrestling podcast, Steve Wrestling Ramble Kleckman. We were doing a video chat, and we were talking about how much clearer I am visually with my phone than I am here with the Google Hangouts. Which I don't know if it's because of the computer I have, the quality of that. I mean, I thought I came in all right as in that clarity, but on the phone, on this little thing, don't worry, the camera's not on here. It's not on right now. But on the phone, the video there was better clarity. So I don't know. Is there a way to do Google Hangouts or live videos? I know you can do videos on your phone, even more so with iPhone 10. Right here, I think I have a 6S Plus, iPhone 6S Plus, or iPhone 6. I don't remember. I got it as a hand-me-down phone from. Actually, no, it wasn't a hand-me-down from my mom. A phone that used to be a hand-me-down from my mom was an iPhone 4, and then that battery died out because of me overcharging it, which was my own fault, but it still was slowing down in its battery anyways, because even when I took it in, they said, well, beyond the whole charging issue, it already was getting old because the phone itself, my mom used to have back in 2007, so a while ago when she had her old job working at a hospital. But anyways, local hospital here. So this phone actually is quote unquote, as I call it, new used, as in it is a used phone, but new to me, and bought actually at a regular store. So it's one that came from a store that was new, as in not like hand me down totally, like used in that way. And just had to have a new SIM card added and my contacts moved from one phone to the other, all that other fun stuff. Point being is, I don't know why I'm talking about that here, but things being moved there. The big thing I should be talking about is the Packer game last night, Monday Night Football, the end of Week 6. Since we talk about Week 6 first, we talk about the previous week, and then we head into the new week and predictions and talking about it. And I'm a Packer fan, and this show is called, as you can see on the title there, right below, plain as you can see there for sure, Talking Packers with Steve. I am a Packer fan. For those that are watching this video for the very first time, this is your first video, period, on this channel, let alone first podcast you're watching of this specific podcast talking NFL. I am a Packer fan, a shareholder, living in the Badger State, Wisconsin, and I love my Packers. League green gold, go Pack go. But I'm a Packer fan that talks about all 32 in some way, whether it's predicting their games or a little bit more, depending on if need be. All 32, about all 32. So there you go. So I'm a Packer fan, giving my perspective on the other 31, but talking about all 32. And of course, fortunately or unfortunately, for if you're not a Packer fan, I am Packer heavy, talking about Packers usually most weeks. Now, there are weeks like last week or other weeks where I'm quote unquote scrambling to do a video because I have other things going on in my life, work, family, things, just like anybody in life. If I'm trying to do a video, then maybe I don't go talk specifically about the Packers. But this one I am going to in at least a little bit more depth than usual because last night's game, again, the end of Week 6, now moving on to Week 7, the Packers against the 49ers. I was tweeting and texting with my bud, two of my friends, one of my best friend, Tyler, that I've known since pre-K, and one of my newer friends and fan of the podcast and subscriber to the channel, Stempy, at Packer Fan Stempy on Twitter. Again, at Packer Fan, I think it's Packer Fan or Packers Fan. I think it's just Packer Fan Stempy, Stempy, at Packer Fan Stempy on Twitter. Friend of the show, friend of mine, subscribe to the channel. I met him in person. That's how our relationship became more just subscriber and YouTuber than to actual friends. And he's been on this podcast in the past. Point is, I was talking with him and Tyler in individual text messages during the game, and like, why are we not beating them 30-0? Why are we not destroying CJ Beathard, who's basically a third-string quarterback, masquerading as a second-string quarterback because Jimmy G, Mr. GQ, is out for the rest of the season, and ESPN or NBC, one of them, already for moving forward for Sunday night or Monday night games that they were going to be on, already flexed them out. Like one of them was going to be Rams 49ers. I think whether it was Thursday night, Sunday night, or Monday night, whatever. I already heard that the network that runs that show, that airs it, whether Fox, ABC, or Fox, NBC, or ESPN, already flexed them out. But this one they couldn't because it's early in the season. And I guess a good thing they didn't, at least for ratings-wise, is because this game actually was something. It wasn't a 45-0 drubbing. Aaron, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, 460 yards passing, 2 pick sixes, or stuff like that. It's 56-0 or something like that, or the final is 52-2 or 52-3 or some drubbing like that. No, the 49ers actually were doing pretty dang good. Tied up the game. Aaron coming back. Final drive, doing what he does, and the Packers getting the win with a field goal by Mason Crosby, who the previous week was acting like other kickers that forgot how to kick, forgot what their jobs were. But it was surprising to me that we had to survive in advance, so to speak, even though it's just a regular season game, it's not the playoffs, but it seemed like survive in advance to even have the chance to get the division, get a playoff spot. Because as of last week, if the playoffs started last week, we wouldn't be in. The playoffs started this week before heading into week 7. I think we're still out as well. Actually, let me check that. I'm going to check the standings by conference. I mean by the league. Nope, by division. Let's just do it by division. Nope, come on now, conference. All right, so for the NFC conference, oh no, the Packers would be in now. They weren't heading into it last week. Heading into the 49er game, after week 5 loss, and then heading into this game against the 49ers, we would have been out. But now getting the win, we are the final seed. We're the 6th and final seed. The Panthers and the Packers. Hey, my friend, Big Q, Team Boy TV Live. Follow him on Twitter as well. But his team, our team, we both are 3-2. His is 3-2. My team, my Packers are 3-2-1. But we would be in the playoffs. The Vikings and Seahawks would be the two looking in. But now we got to face, after the bye week, we face the Rams and the Patriots back-to-back on the road for the Packers. And that's going to be a daunting task. We're heading into a bye week. And I might as well just bring this up now since, hey, talk Packer heavy here. And then we'll go into going over last week and then over this week. And in the AFC, I don't know if it did change, but the Chargers and the Ravens are the ones in the playoffs now. If the playoffs started today, if the season ended on Sunday or on Monday night, right? Or as it's week 17, it ends on a Sunday. But you know what I mean. Point being is, if the season ended there, the Chargers and the Ravens on the AFC side would be in the playoffs, and the Dolphins and Steelers would be the ones looking out that were so close. LA Chargers are 4-2, the Ravens are 4-2, and the two teams looking out in as of right now again. And don't worry, I'll go more in depth with this mid-season stuff when we head either next week, heading into week 8, or heading into week 9. I don't know which way I want to do it, because technically the midway season is when the afternoon games are kicked off for week 8. Like that's like the halfway between season 8, or not season 8, but it's not a TV show, season 8, episode 2. No, this is week 8 for this NFL season in 2018. So halfway between, that's technically, at least to me in my brain, of where it technically is the halfway point mid-season of the NFL season, because since there's 17 weeks and not an even number, there's not exactly an even number what it be. So it'd be halfway between week 8, week 9, halfway between there. That would be where the halftime of the season would be. So I might do it heading into week 9. That's when I'll have my mid-season grades, mid-season stuff, how would the playoff picture look right now? What would the matchups be? Would I change my prediction of Packers-Patriots for the Super Bowl at that time? Or would I have to? Because if the season ended then, the Packers or the Patriots, let's just say both, though more likely Green Bay, is out of the running at that time, at the halfway point, then at least for that point, you change your prediction. As of if that was actually the playoffs, what would your prediction be, Steve, if this actually was the playoffs? And those are the 12 teams battling out to become the new Super Bowl champions. Because as of right now, on the NFC side, the reigning defending world champion, NFL champion, Super Bowl champs, Philadelphia Eagles, are not only outside looking in, but they're far down there. So in that division, it's still a good fight. Let's just say it that way, to see who's going to be winning that division. But anyway, just how that everything stands there for the standings. But let's get back to the games of the last week and get the final scores. Moving forward, we have the Philadelphia Eagles and Giants who faced off last Thursday for Thursday Night Football. And we had the Eagles over the Giants 34-13. Buccaneers Falcons. Falcons defeating the Buccaneers 34-29. The Steelers over the Bengals 28-21. Chargers over the Browns 38-14. The Texans over the Bills with their backup Peterman throwing a pick six for the Texans to win 20-13. Houston over Buffalo. The Dolphins defeating the Chicago Bears 31-28 in a hard-hitting game that went into overtime. Dolphins getting W. The Vikings over the Cardinals 27-17 there in Minnesota. The Jets get a home game victory over the Colts 42-34. High scoring octane offense there. Jets getting the win though. In London, Seahawks over the Raiders 27-3. Cool, I guess. Redskins, Washington team getting the win over Carolina Panthers 23-17. Josh Norman with an interception and a forced fumble versus his former team, specifically versus Cam Newton. There. The Rams continue to be undefeated and the only team left to be undefeated, as you'll find out here shortly if you don't already know. Rams over the Broncos 23-20 in Denver. Cowboys Jaguars, a game that was supposed to be close, back and forth battle. Wasn't that just like the Chiefs Jaguars game wasn't? Jaguars are just not themselves here in the last couple of weeks. Hopefully that can turn around. Dallas getting the win at home 40-7. Ravens over Titans 21-0, and that defense destroyed Tennessee. Oh, it's true. It's dang true. Franchise record 11 sacks. And hey, I started the Ravens defense in a couple of my fantasy football teams. I think one on ESPN.com, the other on NFL.com. Because I have 10 total. Excuse me, that I'm part of. And I manage 2 of them. Oh, wait, no. 1 of them. It used to be 2 of them last year, just 1 this year. I don't know how I forget that. And then Monday night, Packers over the 49ers 33-30. Chiefs were over the Patriots 43-40. So Sunday night was 43-40. Monday night was 33-30. So pretty cool there. But the Patriots get the win. Chiefs get their first loss. Packers get the win, survive, and technically, as of right now, are in the playoff picture, getting that final, or in the playoffs with the final spot there, with Mason Crosby hitting a game-winning 27-yard chip shot field goal. And of course, the Saints were on a bye, and the Detroit Lions from the mighty NFC North were on a bye. So the Saints 4-1, Lions 2-3, heading now into week number 7. Nice. And now heading into week 7, Thursday night here on Fox, NFL Network, Amazon Prime. Anywhere else they want to be streaming the game? No? Okay. We have the 2-4 Broncos heading to Arizona to face the 1-5 Arizona Cardinals. Someone's going to win. I would be hoping for Larry Fitzgerald to get the W. And the Broncos wondering who should be our quarterback. Well, you brought Case Keenum in for a reason, so don't give up on him yet. Well, not yet. Sorry, just checking for something. Anyways, I got the Broncos over Arizona 24-13. And then the Sunday games, 3-3 Titans against the 4-2 Chargers. Got the Chargers over the Titans 24-3. The 4-2 Patriots against the 3-2 Bears in Chicago. I have the Patriots over the Bears 27-21. The 2-4 Bills going up against the 1-5 Colts. Nathan Peterman versus Andrew Luck. I think we know where we're going to go there. Colts over Bills 35-12. Texans, Jaguars, 3-3 Jaguars, 3-3 Texans, both battling it out for this division. That can be anybody's game because this division is absolutely craziness of garbage. Though I thought it was going to be the best division in the NFL, let alone, yes, I know when I talk about my mighty NFC North, I thought this one would have the NFC North run for its money in the AFC South, but no. But I'm going to go with the Jaguars over the Texans. This defense coming back, showing that they are Saxonville. Indeed. Jacksonville over Houston, 34-30. Detroit Lions coming off the bye. Lions going on the road. The 2-3 Lions against the 4-2 Miami Dolphins. Dolphins getting another win against the NFC North team. This time being the Lions. Last week being the Bears, as I mentioned. I got the Miami Dolphins and that high-team offense, especially that one receiver, specifically that I actually found out when I was doing my lineups for the next week for fantasy football, that I actually did start him for that week. So that was cool. That guy's awesome, and he's good. And he should be the number one receiver for Miami. So I got Miami over Detroit, 24-21. The 3-2-1 Vikings going up against the 3-3 Jets in New York. I got the Vikings over the Jets in the road game, getting the W. Vikings over Jets, 35-23. 3-2 Panthers against the 3-3 Eagles. I got the home team here, and the battle of the teams just trying to get back in the playoff picture. Panthers technically are, if it ended right now, but still a good fight moving forward for both teams in their divisions and for their team, both teams trying to get the playoff berths, period. I have the Eagles over the Panthers, 21-13. The 2-3-1 Cleveland Browns against the 2-3 Buccaneers. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay over Cleveland, 16-9 in this matchup. And then for my game of the week, the Saints off their bye, going up against the Baltimore Ravens. If I can get the helmets here. I got the Saints versus the Ravens as my matchup of the week. And for that matchup, the 4-1 Saints against the 4-2 Ravens. I'm going to have the Ravens getting the win in that matchup, but it's going to be a good one. Saints, Ravens. I got the Ravens over the Saints, 35-28. Dallas against Washington. 3-3 Cowboys against the 3-2 Washington team. There, Washington actually does have the lead in the division, but this one kind of being for the division, at least for now. I got Washington getting the win at home, surviving the Cowboys 23-20 in that matchup. The undefeated LA Rams heading into San Francisco. I have the Rams over the 49ers 28-12. Staying undefeated. Bengals. The 4-2 Bengals. 5-1 Chiefs. Chiefs bouncing back. Chiefs getting the win over Cincinnati 24-17 in that matchup. And then for Monday Night Football, the Chiefs will be at Sunday Night Football 2 weeks in a row. But for Monday Night Football, we get the 1-5 Giants, the 2-4 Falcons. Wow, two teams trying to survive. I got the Falcons to continue or start a winning streak in a sense for them and try to claw their way back into any chance to get in the playoffs. Falcons over Giants, just pretty much ending the season for the Giants. Maybe not mathematically, technically, but pretty much. Falcons over the Giants, 24-21. And the teams on the bye, 3-3 Seahawks. The 3-2-1 Steelers, Le'Veon Bell may be coming back. I hope he does, and when he does, that means Connor's probably going back on the bench or used on a rotational basis. Or, you know what, Steelers, just cut him. If you don't want to trade him, cut him. He's been his own nuisance anyways. It's been a pest. And I'm sure a pain in the ass. So, there you go. Le'Veon Bell coming back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Oakland Raiders really need a bye and need to figure out what the heck's going on over there in Oakland. So the 1-5 Raiders in a bye. And the Packers coming off that big victory, a well-needed victory, kind of a must-have, because they have to be ready for a barn burner for the next 2 weeks. Week 8 at LA against the Rams, and Week 9 at New England, Gillette Stadium against the Patriots. Will our defense be able to even keep those games close? We couldn't even keep it close against the 49ers and C.J. Beathard. How are we going to keep it close against those LA Rams or the Patriots on defense, offense? Let alone their defenses too. Rams and Patriots defense are no jokes as well. So that might be taking 2 L's in a row, which obviously won't have, let alone for divisional hopes and dreams, because we would need Minnesota and Chicago and in a way Detroit to fall on their faces themselves to try to get back in the division. But if we take 2 L's in a row, he might be out of playoff contention, albeit maybe not mathematically, but seeming wise. I mean, won't be looking good. So the Packers, my Packers, 3-2-1 on the bye week as well. So it's Seattle Seahawks, Pittsburgh Steelers, Oakland Raiders, and the Green Bay Packers. They're on a bye here for week number 7. Well, there you go for my predictions, my thoughts, and everything here with the NFL. I look forward to the games next week, as I always am. Well, it's always interesting, let's just say, for bye weeks with my team, when my team's on a bye, like which games really I'm going to watch, or it really is like more relaxing where I can do other things, whether around the house or such during the games, and I go just check on my phone at the ESPN or the official NFL app if there's updates or live look-ins. I get alerts and notifications if something's going on. It's like having the red zone without paying for the red zone. Without paying for the red zone channel. But no, I was just trying to check if there's any other NFL notes. No. So hope you all have a great rest of your evening or rest of your day. I'll be back here tonight with live reaction for the SmackDown 1000 episode. Should be awesome. And I hope to see you all part of that with me at that time. So have a great rest of your evening. Welcome to like the video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and all that other fun jazz. Leave a comment in the comment section below what your thoughts are on many things. And above all else, as always, take care.